Danny Segura for MMA Junkie here in New York City. I'm standing next to Peter Queally, who'll be taking Patricky Pitbull at Bellator Dublin. First of all, this matchup was just recently announced, literally just hours ago. How long have you known about this bout?
It was actually, funnily enough, it was announced on a bus stop in Dublin this morning. Actually, they messed up the advertising and they released the posters too early. So a lot of people knew about it this morning, but it was officially announced, as you say, just now. I've known about it. Let me think, maybe a month ago, something like this. Definitely about a month ago, I think.
Yeah. Has it been hard to keep hush? Because I mean, this is a big fight for you, man, and it's a fight that we just saw at the presser. There was some heat there. Yeah. It's a fight people are looking forward to.
Definitely, yeah. No, it wasn't hard to keep hush about it. You just shut your mouth, you do what you're told, and wait for them to announce it. But it's definitely a fight I'm looking forward to. It's a fight. There's a reason we're fighting, which is always important for people. And also, whatever I say about him personally, he is a great fighter, and more than that, he comes and tries to take you out, which is what I like, because that's what I do as well. So whatever happens, it's going to be an amazing fight, and I just can't wait for it.
As you said, he's a great fighter. He's a dangerous fighter. Obviously, we've seen his knockout power and what he can do. How important is it to not get wrapped up in the trash talk and sort of keep that in mind that, you know, I'm versing a dangerous guy here?
Yeah, I'm not getting wrapped up in the trash talk. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm not trash talking. It's them that started all this SBG-Pitbull thing. They were like picking on James, not picking on, but they were just like talking shit to him online on Twitter and all. And then my name was drug into it somehow. I can't even remember how it was drug into it. But they are the ones who actually started this. And now they have it. They have Pedro now this weekend. People are going to get a big shock when this one. I can tell you right now what people are going to be shocked on Friday. And then Patricky has me. And it's going to continue then. I'm going to, like, they're on about Henderson and Chandler being this #1 contender fight. But what happens when I break his brother's face? And that's it. That'll be the #1 contender fight. Okay. So I think I'm going to fight both of them probably before the year is out.
That's something I wanted to ask you. I mean, Coker said that was most likely a #1 contender. He kind of labeled it as that.
It is right
but he
now.
Did say we'll see once we get there. Do you feel like you can spoil the party and jump the line?
100%. That is the #1 contender fight right now, and rightfully so. If you're being fair about it, but it will all change in October when I beat Patricky, of course, because it's his brother.
Yeah.
So it is all going to change, and I am going to jump the line, so to speak. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm guessing you're 100% ready to fight for the title and the big fights. It's time.
100%. 100%. And how it has happened is so perfect, because if I'd have fought Brent only before I got injured, I probably would have had to fight Patricky anyway. So now it's just, it doesn't really matter. Nothing has changed. It's just I was always going to have to go through him, I think, to get to it. But now I'm just going to do it once and fight for the belt afterwards.
The champion in your weight class, obviously Patricio, he's at 145 doing his thing in the featherweight Grand Prix. Do you think he'll make it out there as champ? Do you think he'll still be holding the 145-pound title by the end of it?
I think if he gets through Pedro, yes. But I do not believe he's going to get through Pedro. If Pedro gets out of the first 6 or 7 minutes of this, he's not losing. I can tell you that right now. Wait and see how. Now Patricio has a lot of power. I'm not saying he can catch anyone and hurt them or whatever. But if Pedro can survive that and get through the first 7 or 8 minutes, it's his fight to lose then, with his cardio ability and the style he has. But to answer your question, I think whoever wins this, I think this is the final, to be honest. I believe so, yeah.
And how is Pedro feeling entering this fight? Because, again, this Pitbull Brothers, SBG rivalry, if you want to call it, it's picked up some heat, man. We just saw it at the press conference.
He's excited about it, and he's excited for me and the rivalry and what it means. He got a buzz actually when this fight was made. He was like clapping his hands together. He was so happy, because I think he realised it'll make his fight a little bit more edgy now as well, because it's like a team thing. But he's feeling great. His preparation has been amazing. His weight is currently amazing. He's a little bit lighter than he's ever been. Everything's perfect from He's injury free. All the things you want to be heading into fight week, he has them.
And lastly, if you know, often in MMA we see beefs between fighters all the time, but team beefs don't come as often, and it feels like it has a different feel to it rather than an individualistic thing. Do you feel that way, and do you enjoy this whole Pitbull versus SBG thing?
I love it. It's like people. MMA is, of course, an individual sport. You're in there on your own, but it's very much a team sport as well. And I think fans don't really see this as much as the fighters feel it, because we train with all the guys, and it's a real big. You're only as good as your teammates, really. because they're the ones who you're in sparring with, and they're the ones who you're getting ready for, who are getting you ready. And me and Pedro are very close friends anyway, and we're probably our main sparring partners. I would guess I probably do the most rounds with him at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's very special for the two of us that it's a kind of a team effort to take these two out now. So yeah, it is a nicer feeling leading into it.
All right, well, I can't wait for that fight. It's going to be very exciting, and best of luck.
Thanks so much.